Alright guys, so in today's episode we're going to work on this. This is going to be the turbo car. And this, I don't think I've introduced it yet, is my 1995 SC2 that I bought last year for 300 Canadian dollars. And it runs and it drives, but it did need a lot of work. I did it last year. It needed a radiator, and it needed brakes and CVs and everything there was that it could possibly need, it needed. But luckily I had a lot of those parts lying around, so I was able to do it very on the cheap. So everything I've done so far is, well, I deleted the airbox system and just ran a filter because, hey, why not? I put a filter there to get rid of the breather line because also, why not? What's the worst that could happen? I tore off the oil pan, the timing cover, and the valve cover, and resealed everything because it was leaking, and it is no longer leaking. I swapped over my urethane mounts from my original very first car. I put rear discs in the rear disc brakes in the back, and I decided to try the intake cam mod where you run an intake cam for your exhaust cam, and it's rotated, or you set it up 180 degrees out and then you retard it back 2 teeth. And I did that on this car, and it's kind of cool. I haven't really gotten to drive it because it's not registered, so I'm not allowed to take it on the street. But other than that, what we're going to do today is we're going to address the interior. So I don't like this tan, and it's all gross, and the car has 264,000 kilometers on it. So it's had some miles. It's been used. There's some stains in this carpet that I don't really like. Those stains are not going to come out. I don't know what they are, but they're not coming out. The back seats don't look like they're in too bad a shape. They're in fairly nice condition. There's a cigarette burn over there. And there's some stainage over here, but I think most of that would come out, which is great because these are the exact same seats that are in my wagon, so it'd be decent to have a spare set of those. But I'm not a fan of this brown on tan interior, right? Like, we can't get away from the tan A-pillars. Pretty much all the cars had tan roofs and tan A-pillars, and you know, then you got your choice of black or brown from down from there. So what I want to do is I want to swap out the carpet and the seats from the turbo car into here so it's black, and then I'll probably swap the door cards as well from the turbo car. And I'll have to figure out a way to make these back panels black as well, because they'll look kind of out if they're tan. The back panel where the speakers sit, the fuzzy thing there, I want to replace that with the black one from the turbo car. It was in good shape. And then all I'd be left with is the really terrible brown dash and the really terrible brown console. But I'm going to try to... I have a console, but it's from a 3rd gen, and it's black, and I might go snag that out of the parts car me and my buddy are sharing, and see if I can't put that in here, or if they are slightly different. But I'm gonna try it. We'll see. But yeah, so let's get set up, get these seats out, get the carpet out, and get all of that kind of stuff back in, and then we'll work on the doors and all the other stuff. Well, that went pretty quick. So, I'll grab a carpet and go, let's get another carpet in here. Alright, here we go. That looks much better with the black seats and the black back part there and everything there. It just is a bit of an odd color scheme with the tan and black like that. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. There is just one thing that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. The carpet it must be cut different between first and second gen interior cars, because my carpet doesn't go up high enough to cover the stuff under the console. But I think that will be remedied by changing the console, or my console change idea, where I'll put a third gen console in here. And I just looked at the wife's third gen, and I think it'll work just perfectly. You won't be able to tell at all. So, right on. I'm very, very happy. That was a little unexpected, but those things happen, and it's not the end of the world. And then we just gotta figure out how to get rid of the tan cards in the back. Door cards will be the next part of this project. Alright, so we're gonna remove the door panel. I got my other ones off the other car yesterday, and I cleaned them all up so they look all nice, and we're gonna take off these ones. So I'll show you how to remove a first gen door panel, because it's a little different than the second and third gens, and these are the ones that you can break easily. So I wish there was a video when I took one apart for the first time to see how to do it, because I think I broke stuff, but not yesterday, but way back in the day. So we'll start by removing all the screws. Alright, so here's where I broke things my very first time. Just taking this off. And there's a screw right in here. You remove the screw, that's not a big deal. There you go. Remove the screw. Right. Now you push it forward and then pull it out. And that's the step a lot of people miss, is the push forward part. Then the thing should come out. There you go. So you see this white tab right here? Well, it's a lock that just locks on. So you flip it and then just give it a spin out of the way. And the rod should just pop right out. There you go. And the other one at the back is exactly the same. There we go. Now that's out of the way. The power lock is super easy. It just, there you go. And then its little bracket just pops right out nicely. All right, now the rest. I like to start at the back corner here, although if you've ever had one of these cars, you already know that half of the clips holding this panel in probably aren't holding the panel in currently, and they all need replaced. See, this one's, yeah, this is just going to fall off. Just gently pry. And you can see the many white clips holding the panel on. So now we'll just put on the other one. Installation is exact reverse of removal. Alright, so now we'll just quickly do the other side here. Alright, so there we go. Now we got the old broken one all off and the new nice black ones all on. And that's what it would look like from the inside. That is a weird color scheme. I'm not sure how I feel about it. We're gonna have to make some more panels black somehow. And I was looking at a 3rd gen console should work, but you'll need the power switches for the 3rd gen console as well. And the only thing I'm concerned about is they don't bolt into the car the same way. They bolt in down on the sides. And I don't know if the bracketry under here is still the same and they just tied into it something else, but they don't have the standoff here anymore. So I'm hoping it'll work. Oh, and the connectors for the 3rd gen switches are different as well, but it appears as though all the wires going into them are the same color. So, and they're going to the same places. So I'm hoping I can just repin or splice 3rd gen connectors onto this harness and then run a 3rd gen switch panel and the 3rd gen console. I'm hoping, but I don't know if I'll be able to bolt it in to the car at the back. So I'll have to do a little bit more. I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. But so all in all, it looks pretty weird in here. This is definitely strange. I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure I dislike it. I really don't know how I feel about this. But the door panels are better because they're not broken and destroyed, and they're in much better shape, and same with the seats. So I'm mostly happy that I have better quality or better conditioned stuff in here as opposed to the broken, terrible stuff. So, but anyway, that'll probably wrap it up for this one. This was a pretty nice short video. The next video will probably be either engine or transmission work. So we'll start building an engine and a transmission setup for this here car. So, yep, that'll be next, and we'll see you then.